It's okay if we do. It's okay.
My Outlook is not working, and so I had to
That's
go to
okay.
the webinar.
Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to our webinar series provided by the Nevada Women's Business Center. And we are an SBA funded program as a federally funded nonprofit organization. I'm really excited today about our webinar. We have a very special guest with us today representing the Small Business Administration, Ms. Christina Stace. And she will give us an overview of the SBA. And as a matter of fact, this is the first of a three-part series this week about the SBA. So with part one, we'll talk about the SBA as an overview, and then tomorrow and Friday we'll include other aspects of the SBA as well. So with that, it's my pleasure to have Miss Christina Stace here with us. Ms. Stace, would you like to introduce yourself and tell the audience about yourself?
Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate you having me here today. As always, I am Tina Stace. I'm Christina, but I go by Tina. And I am an economic development specialist for the U.S. Small Business Administration here in Nevada. And what I do is I kind of promote SBA products and services, assist small businesses to figure out the resources that they might need to start, grow, and run their business. And we do that with our resource partners like the WBC. And so today, what I brought was PowerPoint discussing our programs and services. So it is a basic overview. If there's questions at the end, I'd be happy to answer anything. So we have a new logo. So you see this, and you may not be familiar with it, but it is part of our new brand strategy, which is going to be debuted. I can't talk today.
That's okay. I really like the design.
Yeah, it looks clean, simple, modern, strong. That's what they were trying to go after.
I really like it.
Yeah, and it's Small Business Week is the big rollout.
Excellent.
So yeah, so there it is. And let's see, where do I go? The arrow? No. Next one.
We do this one or this one.
There we go. Enter. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to talk about our programs and services and some of the initiatives that we do. SBA comes out with some special initiatives every year, and then we have some that get repeated. You know, and as I said, our main goal is to assist small businesses. We've been doing that since 1953, and so we have a lot of stuff to go through because we have a lot of stuff we do. So as I said, we're going to provide you with our overview, give you some resources to help you with your business. Try to dispel some misunderstandings that are out there. Briefly go over federal contracting and certifications. We do have initiatives designed for veterans, and you know, basically we try to encourage that entrepreneurial dream. In fact, with the new logo, that is what they're really pushing, that, you know, we are, that's what we're here for. And it is your tax dollars at work. We are we are a cabinet level agency. So, you know, if there's voices, concerns of small business owners, that we have an advocacy branch, which that information, they go testify on the Hill. And because our administrator does sit at the cabinet table, you know, the voices of small businesses can be heard. And I might add that, you know, she is a former small business, well, she still is, but she's a small business owner that her business is huge now.
Oh, excellent.
But, you know, I mean, she tells stories about how she was a family-run business, her and her husband, and how she was pregnant and trying to figure out how to have enough money to lease a typewriter. She couldn't even afford to buy one, so they could do their, you know, work in their business, and the repo of the car, and all these kind of things. She tells small business owners that she's very relatable, and she does understand small businesses. So anyway, so let's see. Am I pushing the wrong one?
I'm just pressing.
That's technically challenged.
That's
I am,
okay.
but okay. So we provide access to capital. We have a loan guarantee program. It's something that you would go to a SBA lending partner to get your loan. It wouldn't come to SBA, but we provide counseling and training through our resource partners, and WBC is one of them, a Small Business Development Center, and SCORE, the Service Corps of Retired Executives. But what they also can do is help you sit down and get you loan ready, so they can sit down and go over your business plan and assist you there and give you some ideas. Sometimes people don't know how much money they need.
Right,
And they might think they need a lot more than they really do, or vice versa, or whatever. We have government contracting assistance, which is fantastic, because the U.S. government, biggest purchaser of goods and services in the entire world. SBA is also a disaster recovery assistance agency. This is our only direct type of loan that you would get. SBA goes out with FEMA, and FEMA doesn't give any loans, but SBA does, and they're not just for small businesses, homeowners, renters, anyone that's affected by a disaster. And then, as I mentioned before, we do have small business advocacy, which is huge. I think that enough is not said about it, really, because in fact, we're having, I don't know if you know about it, Kathleen, but we have the Ombudsman, SBA Ombudsman is coming out on May 2nd.
Excellent.
To do a roundtable with small businesses.
Oh, wonderful.
So she wants to hear from small businesses. So she's put this roundtable together. It's May 2nd at the Co-op Extension here in Nevada. We do ask that you register, so if you want to reach out to, my contact information will be at the end of this. So if you're interested, please email me, and I'll send you the link to the registration. So let's talk about capital for a minute. SBA is a guarantor, so that means that we guarantee a portion of the loan to our lending partners. So typically it's about 50 to 85% of the loan is guaranteed to the lender. Most banks have SBA divisions. Chances are that you're banking with someone that does. We have that information available on our webpage. It's sba.gov/NV. And if you click on the lending link, there's a lender list on there, so you can see all the local Nevada-based lenders that would be things. So one thing to remember about when you're going for any kind of loan, the bankers are running a business.
Yeah, they are.
So they want to know three important things. How much do you want? Right. What are you going to use it for? And how are you going to repay it? So if you're not prepared to answer those questions, they're not going to really even talk to you. So that's why it's important to take advantage of SBA resource partners to help you figure that out before you even talk to the lender, because you want to be saying, hey, Mr. Lender, I know what I'm doing. This is my plan, and this is how you're going to get your money, and so forth. So we basically have two loan programs that we offer. Our 7A is our flagship and the most flexible loan program that we have. And then we have the 504 for real estate and fixed equipment purchases. And we also provide microloans for those small but crucial loans. I mean, small businesses are small, so you might need $5,000 just to buy computer equipment and just maybe some technical thing that you need for your business, and that's enough to set you off for for your business. So there is a program that we can assist you with on that. So the leasehold use of proceeds, leasehold improvements, working capital, inventory, equipment, startup costs, business acquisitions, expansions, renovations. All of these things are permissible for use of proceeds for SBA loans. Yeah, so yeah, okay, so 504s are long-term fixed rate financing. So it's 10% down, 40% on the SBA, up to $5 million. Lender is 50%. So there are stipulations. They want you to create or retain one job for every $65,000 of the financing,
Sure.
and 51% owner occupied. So if it's a building or something that you're wanting to build for your company, you know, it's not okay. I can have one office and lease it out, but no, that's not going to work. So real estate, fixed assets, heavy machinery, any kind of equipment as needed. So microloans are great. Like I said, those are for those smaller loans that could get a small business up and running. They're direct loans through intermediaries. So SBA guarantees that with the intermediary, so loans up to $50,000. So that seems like a lot, but for a business loan, it might not really be that much, and it's less paperwork. You know, we love paperwork in the government.
Yes,
Unfortunately,
yes.
it's true, but we're trying. We're trying to be more electronically savvy and so forth, and they give you up to 6 years to repay it. Business management assistant is available too. So that's like great. Like for the Women's Business Center, for example, you guys can help with microloans, and you can help with training and resources available that that you might need to run your business. And interest rates are always subject to negotiation. You know, it's like any other commercial loan. It all depends on credit and character and all those different things. So veterans programs, we have the VBOC, Veterans Business Assistance Center in Sacramento. They serve Nevada, so their numbers here. We also have a Veterans Advantage loan, and it's the advantage on that is the guarantee fee is sometimes waived or less than less than what another person might. It's a kind of a thank you to our vets. We have a service disabled veteran small business contracting program. So if there's certifications involved in that. We also provide boots to business training. Those are for transitioning vets that are thinking about perhaps starting their own business. So it's a program. It was like 3 days.
Yes,
something like 3 days. So it's a very comprehensive program. Goes over all the things you might think of to start a business, and our resource partners are heavily involved in that. And Reboots to Business is also the similar program. However, that's for any vet for any error. So it's it kind of opens it up to somebody that's already out of the service that might be interested in taking advantage of a veteran program such as Reboots. We have something online. It's a referral tool that connects small businesses to SBA approved lenders. It's called Lender Match. SBA.gov. If you go under lending, you'll find it. It helps ID the lenders in your community, in our community. And it's not a loan application per se. So it asks you questions about your business, and it kind of like a pre-screening process.
Okay, that's good.
So then if the lender's interested, they will contact you directly. So it kind of takes the middleman out of it, kind of, so to speak. So
that's good.
It's a good tool. So here's some numbers just to give you an idea about access to capital lending in Nevada for last year. We had the 7A program. We did 521 loans for $210.3 3 million.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Lots of businesses, families, communities, the economy.
Yeah. And
Fantastic.
here are some of the top lenders that we had in the state. Like I said, chances are you might be already with a lender that is a SBA lender, but just for research and information, I provided that. And then we did 97 of the 504 loans, so for 130.2 million. So they're lending.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
it's very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's in recovery. We had the crisis with the recession and so forth, and Nevada, of course, was hit pretty hard. And but we're getting there.
There you are.
And also we have another program, a surety bond program. So SBA provides assistance if someone is unable to get a surety bond on their own. It's a public-private partnership, so it's for commercial or federal. So it's something where SBA made an agreement with these surety bond providers to kind of assist them. It's similar to our loan program in such that there's a 70 to 90% default recovery if somebody defaults on that. So, and there's a list of surety bond companies on our webpage. So if you're interested in that, that's a great resource. So then SBA also provides exporting assistance. So we have some numbers here. Okay, excuse me. People don't realize that 95%, think of that number, 95% of the world's consumers live outside of the U.S.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is amazing.
Wow.
Right. So, so, and only 1% of our companies are really exporting. So it's a huge, huge opportunity to grow. And, and you got your Made in the USA label on your things. And SBA provides export loan we have export loan programs, and we have a USIAC, it's the Export Assistance Center, which I think we're covered by, I think he's in Irvine, California, but he covers Nevada. And there's other resources out there that assist with exporting, the Department of Commerce, consulates, and different ports, entry and exporting ports, they try to assist with exporting as well. So that's huge opportunities.
Yes, it is. Great options too.
So we get the question, what about grants for my business? I don't know what happened to that slide. It kind of got funky, but we don't provide any grants for starting and expanding businesses. Even though that man with the question marks, I don't know if he's still on TV, but he used to be on TV and say,
I remember.
But no, there's no, sometimes there's some incentives by cities or local municipalities that are trying to revitalize certain areas. Sometimes there is money there, but as far as SBA goes, we do not have federal grant money to give to start a business. We provide the counseling and training, and we are small, so we have to rely on our 3 networks: Small Business Development Center, SCORE, Service Corps of Retired Executives, and our fabulous Women's Business Center in Nevada. Absolutely one of the best in the country. I'm telling you, it's the truth. So if you need counseling, training, take advantage. It's not a one pick one or the other. You can go see all 3 networks.
Yes.
And the counseling and training is free.
Right.
Some of them do charge small fees, not all, for some of the trainings that they offer, but it's still pretty nominal. So, but great resources right there. So, like I said, free business advice.
That's fantastic.
So, no cost or low cost training and workshops, online consults available. you can have a short or long-term relationship.
Yeah.
So I've heard of some companies that tell me that they see their score mentor at least once a year.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like a check-in, like
yes.
a wellness check with you go to your doctor. You go to your doctor, now you go to your mentor. So they provide advice on starting, business plan, loan proposals, contracting, exporting, all those, anything a small business owner faces or might need, they can probably assist with. So go to SBA.gov and find local mentoring and support. It's priceless. Okay, so we also have federal contracting. Do you sell or buy what the government buys? The U.S. government is the largest purchaser of goods and services in the whole entire world.
It's amazing.
It is. So if you're small and you're not taking advantage of contracting, making a mistake, SBA has formal certifications available for some of the contracting. You have to register on sam.gov is a self-certification. Finances and capability statements, we can assist you with that as well. And like I said, with the resources, and we are, it's just self-certification, sam.gov. For small, woman-owned, minority-owned, any business can really self-register at SAM.gov. But then we only have the two formal certifications under SBA umbrella. Right. So we have the 8A program, which is a 9-year business development program, and it's basically designed for small, disadvantaged, historically companies that weren't really getting those contracts in the past. So that's basically how the 8A program kind of evolved. And so you have to apply through, it's an online application. You have to apply through Washington. So, and if you get approved and you're in the 8A program, you would get assigned to Nevada. We have a business opportunity specialist that would assist you with that. So there are set-asides for small disadvantaged businesses. So to take, the prime contractors, they have goals and things they have to meet. So they got to make sure that those go into small business, that the hands of small businesses. So they also have sole source contracts up to $4 million and $7 million for manufacturing. So that's huge for small business.
Yes, it is.
Oh, and something else that it was up to last year, the 8A program had the mentor protege program, which was just for 8A. Now they've opened it up to all businesses.
Oh, excellent.
So
excellent.
So there is information on the webpage about that as well. So if you want to. I was just talking to the event that I was at this morning. A gentleman was a junk hauler, and he was really, really small. He's only been in business less than 2 years. And but anyway, I was telling him about the mentor protege program. I said that's something you might be interested in because there might be it might be like a construction job or some contractor or someone that needs to clean areas or whatever, and they can mentor protege with his company. So
it's a good idea.
Yeah, because sometimes companies are too small to do contracts on their own. And then we have the Hub Zone program, which is a location-based program. So 3% of the total value of prime and subcontracts are set aside for that particular program. Now, Hub Zone. So here I kind of mentioned this already. Let me just go back to that for a minute. The 8A, you must be 51% by a socially or economically disadvantaged individual. You have to be small, and for our program, you have to be in business for at least 2 years before you can apply. So so the Hub Zone program, again, it must be a Hub Zone designation. There has to be it's a designation that they it's like a census thing. Then they sometimes adjust those as well. It has to be 51% ownership. There's a requirement on that, and 35% of the employees must live in the hub zone.
Okay.
So it's a huge thing, and federal agencies have to. The hub zone is a requirement that they need to put contracts into the hub zone. So
that's a lot of opportunities.
Yes, opportunities are there. Yeah. So if you're thinking of starting a business, maybe think about starting in the hub zone. So we try to reach the underserved communities. So we do have some initiatives that assist us with that. So here's a listing of the latest ones that we have going now. We have the Encore Entrepreneurs for 50 plus people that are retired.
Exciting. Sure.
That want to say, hey, I've always wanted to be a florist.
Right.
I want to be an event planner, and I'm just tired of. I was a accountant for 35 years, or whatever. We can help you with that. And then we have faith-based and community initiatives where we try to reach the underserved markets there. We do work with the LGBT Business Outreach Initiative, Native Americans, women business owners, and young entrepreneurs. So there is information on our webpage about all of that too. So, and SBA does have disaster assistance, as I mentioned in the beginning. It is our only direct loan program. We provide assistance for businesses, homeowners, renters, anyone that suffered losses because of some disaster. So the program it has to be activated by the president, or the SBA administrator has to issue a disaster declaration, and then SBA will go out. And a lot of times, like I said, it's a joint effort. We'll be out there with FEMA, as the first two really big federal agencies that you'll see out at a disaster. So, disasters are terrible, but we have to remember, we should always try to be prepared. What if?
What if? You may never know.
Yeah. Yes. So be prepared, if you can be financially prepared, personally prepared, I'm from California. You got to have an earthquake kit.
Yes, you do.
You got to have an earthquake kit. You got to, make sure you got enough water.
Right. Yes.
Because, all of those things, it's important. And the SBA also provides the advocacy. So they do a lot of research and statistical information too. They gather information, data from on different states on how many women-owned businesses, how many underserved markets are we reaching, and federal. And we are the agency that disseminates that information to other agencies. So it is a big job, and as I said before, I don't think that we really recognize all the work that they do as much as we should.
I agree.
And they do oversee compliance with regulatory issues. So as I mentioned earlier, if anyone is listening that wants to attend the Small Business Roundtable that the Ombudsman is holding, it's May 2nd. It's going to be at the Co-op Extension here. From 1 to 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
Well, so excellent. That's great.
Contact me and I will. I'll give you the link for the registration. But here's also their link for the advocacy folks in Washington. So, anyway, key takeaways to think about: find a mentor, and it's. A lot of times, small businesses call me and they're starting their business, and I said, well, there's things that you really need on your team. Build your team.
Yes, absolutely.
So make your mentor your SBA SCORE mentor, your Women's Business Center mentor, or SBDC mentor, a part of your team. Get an attorney, get an accountant, and your lender. So that's really, you want to those relationships, like anything.
Oh yes, it's so valuable. Yes.
So know your numbers, know your, know what you're looking for, and don't, do your research and put it down on paper. Find out if you qualify for any of our federal certification programs. PTAC is also a great resource.
Yes, they are. Excellent.
Procurement Technical Assistance Center. That can provide you guidance with there's other certifications that are out there through the state and counties, for example. Don't be afraid of technology. Learn it, and if you don't, find someone to help you with it. So. And don't forget about our webpage, because we have blogs on it. We have webinars, training webinars. You could take at your leisure, 2 o'clock in the morning when you can't sleep.
Yes, excellent.
Take a look and see.
Very comprehensive.
And enjoy yourself in your business, and you'll be successful. You've got SBA. We got your back. So we're here to help. So I hope you found this information helpful. As I said, we are here to assist you. My contact information is there. Reach out to us, and we'd be happy to, direct you to resources that are available and help you figure out, running your business. And I forgot to mention our Emerging Leaders Program.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I wanted.
That's exciting.
Yeah, touch on that a little bit too. We have, this is the 4th year that we're having Emerging Leaders in Nevada, and it is a program that SBA, we've been running it now for, I would say, almost 10 years.
Okay.
And so the curriculum is put out by Interrise, and it is taking a small business to the next level. So it's potentially a growth program. At the end of we're going to start next week as our first session for this year. And so we're going to finish probably in October, end of October. Graduation is probably going to be November timeframe there. So it's a very intensive program, very time consuming, but you get a network of your peers. There's like 17 in our class this year. So
that's a big number.
Yeah, and so they're going to have that. They touch on HR, they touch on finances, they touch on contracting, they touch on legal issues, and we bring in subject matter experts to address all those different areas, and then they have peer mentoring as well. So part of the class, they break up into small groups and help each other with that. And then there's a little bit one-on-one training with the instructor, and you become part of the alumni. Interrise has, I think, it's about 3,000.
Oh wow!
Some nationwide.
That's amazing.
So that's a whole other new network of potential businesses that you can. Maybe you have somebody in Chicago or Florida that does the same thing that you do, and you kind of can connect with them. And networking is so important.
It really is, the relationship. So establishing that.
Right. So that's we're hoping that we've been very successful here with our program. So this will be our 4th year. And we hope to continue that. So we have on our webpage, sba.gov /NV, there is a link to sign up for our press, newsletters.
Okay.
And so forth. And also, the notices that we put out. So you can watch for that and see if you're interested in that. But thank you for this opportunity, Kathleen.
Yes, absolutely.
And, I hope it was helpful.
Oh yes, definitely.
There's a lot of stuff that we do.
Oh yes, it is.
There is a lot of stuff. People say, either sometimes you hear they don't know what we are, or they don't know who we are, or you guys do loans.
And
Yeah.
And to that point, that's why I'm so delighted to have you do
Thank
a
you.
three-part webinar series to give clarification about what the SBA is and what the SBA is not,
Yeah.
and how much of a vital resource it is in the community.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to continue the conversation
Oh, yes.
with you.
Yeah.
in
Tomorrow,
part
I
two.
think,
Yes.
part two, I think I'm going to talk a little bit about the different financial options for different
Excellent.
small businesses. So,
Oh, excellent.
so dive a little deeper into our finance stuff.
Oh, that's always a good topic for to explore funding options for small businesses and how the
Absolutely.
SBA can be an option.
Yes.
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 So once again, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Do you think we have any questions? Or?
Yes, let's see if we have any questions or comments from the audience. Don't be bashful.
There.
So with questions, okay. Well, it looks like
no questions.
no,
Okay.
not this time, but I'm looking forward to hopefully have some more engagement with the audience tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
And again, thank you so much,
you're so
Tina,
welcome.
for being our guest featured speaker for this SBA overview, and we will continue tomorrow. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to our webinar series. Provided by the Nevada Women's Business Center. We are an SBA program. And again, thank you for your time today and to be continued. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.